In this video, we're going to talk about the tallest land animal on Earth, the giraffe. Welcome to The Explainer. Over the next few minutes, we're going to take a journey into the world of these gentle giants. We'll cover everything from their absolutely incredible anatomy to their surprisingly complex social lives. So let's get right into it. Alright, to get us started, here's a little riddle for you. What creature makes such a dramatic entrance into the world and, at the same time, has such surprising, deadly strength? Well, you guessed it, it's the giraffe. Okay, so here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to start with the animal itself. Then we'll walk through its life, check out how they hang out together, see how they're doing out in the world, and then we'll wrap it all up with some seriously cool facts. Alright, let's dive into our first section. We have to start with just the sheer physical marvel that a giraffe is. So let's just get the basics out of the way. Giraffes are mammals, right? That means they're warm-blooded, they nurse their babies, and they're also herbivores, which means they live completely on plants. And wow, have they evolved some amazing ways to do just that. An adult male giraffe can hit an unbelievable height of 18.5 feet. Just to put that into perspective for you, their legs alone are about 6 feet long. That's taller than a lot of fully grown people. Now think about this. To get blood all the way up that super long neck to the brain, you're going to need a serious engine. A giraffe has a supersized heart that weighs almost 25 pounds, and its blood pressure is double a human's. Just incredible. And this is one of my favorite facts. It's one of the most surprising things about them. You think with a neck that can be 7 feet long, they'd have way more bones than us, right? Nope. They have the exact same number of neck bones as we do. 7. Each one is just stretched out to be super, super long. So, how does an animal this unique actually live its life day to day? Well, a giraffe's life starts dramatically. After a 15-month pregnancy, 15 months, the mother gives birth standing up. This means the 150-pound baby's first experience of the world is a 5-foot drop to the ground. But get this, it's usually standing up within 30 minutes. After about a year of nursing, the young males head off to make their own way in the world. And to fuel that huge body, they are eating machines. Their diet is mostly leaves, flowers, and fruit. They especially love the acacia tree, and even though it's covered in thorns, they can eat it no problem, thanks to their super long tongues and really tough lips. Out in their natural habitat, they live for about a quarter of a century. Now, they can live longer if they're in the safety of a zoo or a reserve, but 25 years is a pretty good run in the wild. Okay, so you'll often see pictures of giraffes hanging out together. But how do their groups actually work? Are they a big, happy family? It's actually really flexible. They have what's called a fission-fusion society. It's a fancy term, but all it means is that individuals come and go, groups form, and then split up. This lets them adapt really well. If food gets scarce in one spot, a smaller group has a better chance of finding enough to eat. And I love this. A herd of giraffes is called a tower. How perfect is that? These towers are usually split up by gender. And they even have a kind of daycare system where one female will babysit a whole group of the young ones in what's called a creche, while the other moms go off to find food. So that brings up a really common question. Is there a boss? Is there one giraffe that's in charge of the whole tower? And the answer is, yeah, pretty much. There's definitely a hierarchy. It's not like there's one single chief, but there's a clear ranking system. Older, bigger giraffes get first dibs on things like food, and the dominant males will even hold their heads higher to kind of show off their status. Alright, let's zoom out now and take a look at the big picture. How are giraffes doing across the entire continent of Africa? The latest estimates put the total population around 140,000. Now that might sound like a lot of giraffes, but it's actually a massive, massive drop from what their numbers used to be. Their future is, well, it's far from certain. Remember, you can only find giraffes in Africa, and even there, they're really concentrated in just a few spots. As you can see here, Kenya has the largest population by far, with Tanzania and South Africa coming up behind. This timeline, wow, this really tells the story. The population has absolutely plummeted from over 1 million back in the early 1900s. It's a staggering drop. It's exactly why people like Sir David Attenborough have called it a silent extinction. It's been happening right under our noses. So what's causing all this? Sure, the baby calves are vulnerable to predators like lions. But the biggest threat to giraffes as a species? Well, that comes from us, from human activities. We're talking about habitat loss and poaching. Okay, to wrap things up, let's have some fun. Here are 5 absolutely incredible facts that make these animals even more fascinating than you already thought. First up, their spot patterns are completely unique. just like a human fingerprint. 2, those spots aren't just for camouflage, they also act like little thermal windows to help them release body heat. 3, at night, they actually hum, but it's at a frequency that's too low for our ears to hear. 4, believe it or not, that famous long neck is still too short for them to easily reach the ground to drink. They have to do this really awkward leg splay thing. And finally, number 5, never underestimate them. A single kick from their powerful legs is strong enough to kill a lion. So this is the thought I want to leave you with. Knowing what we know now about this dramatic decline, I mean, the future of these absolutely incredible animals really does rest in our hands. All right, that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.